All right, here today with me I have Nathan Chandler. Some of you may already recognize him. He was just on the Blue Ribbon Championship on Netflix, which just came out on Friday.
It did.
So awesome. I've been so excited for this segment.
Me too.
All morning.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the food that you actually made on the show.
Yeah.
So first thing is first, we're going to go over here. This is our passion fruit boomerang.
It is, yeah.
Okay, what is in these?
So a boomerang, that name came from, I posted a challenge online on Facebook for the bakery and they kind of named these. So the essence of this is it's just a butter croissant that's filled with some type of a cream filling and then it's dipped in like a vanilla donut glaze. So the ones that I made on the show were passion fruit. So this is a passion fruit cream filling and then it's glazed with a passion fruit glaze on it.
And how long did it take to make these? Let's get a close-up of these just so they can see just how scrumptious these look. What kind of cream is in there?
So this is a passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
A passion fruit
okay.
cream, yeah.
And how long does it take to make something like this?
You know, typically in a standard situation, hours. But when you're on a show and we were given 5 hours that day to kind of get 6 hours, excuse me, to get kind of everything done, you got to rapidly do it a little quicker. So typically on a standard day at the bakery, this could take anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to kind of laminate the dough and get everything done. Obviously only had 6 hours that day to do everything, including a 3-tiered cake. So it was a much quicker version, but these take quite a bit of time on a normal basis.
Perfect. And these are the ones that I was so excited about when I binge watched the show right after it came out. And I saw you making these. I don't know if I can pick one up. Can I pick one up?
Oh, no, absolutely.
These are the bacon cannolis. I don't want to.
Oh, no, you're just fine. You just pick it right up.
So these are the bacon cannolis. Oh,
Correct.
My gosh. So he made these.
Yes.
I love bacon. Who doesn't love bacon, right?
Right.
So to add bacon with some sweets, yum. Now, is this like one of your creations or?
You know, it was when they give you the challenge on the show, you just kind of rapidly have to come up with what you're doing. And one of the biggest things they pushed in this experience was trying to come up with like ingenuity and like different things of ways to do things. And so I didn't want to just incorporate bacon into a dessert, and vessel was a word they used a lot on the show. So I wanted to create something that held the dessert but also was the dessert. So luckily I came up with this pretty quickly, and yeah, it turned out good. This is I obviously won the show with these as my final dessert, as well as the cake, but I won the judge's choice.
So this was the judge's choice. I knew you had won something on these. So and then you actually went to the fair and had real fair goers taste your food. Was this one of the things?
It wasn't. No, I did a key lime tart that day, and I actually ended up winning the fair favorite on that. So I got very fortunate in this. I went home with a lot of ribbons.
Yes,
so
you did. We're very proud of Nathan being from Pocatello and going so far in this, and winning the whole entire competition.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So we have these little cookies here. I don't know. Did you actually do these on the show?
These I did no, I didn't do these on the show. These I just had at the party, and I had some extras. So yeah,
awesome.
We've got an edible printer at the shop, so it makes it kind of easy to incorporate logos and things like that.
I love that. Well, let's go ahead, and I'm going to ask you a little bit about this. Is the fair, the best in fair ribbon that you won?
Yeah.
Because you're the champion. And you said this is made by the lady that does the Kentucky Derby?
It is, yeah, so it was pretty crazy. And I didn't know that until Sandra Lee just announced that on Good Morning America, so they hadn't kind of told us that. But yeah, it was, when they initially brought it out, we were all kind of shocked that it was as big as what it was. And so being handed this right at the end is quite the honor after kind of going through everything we went through. So yeah, it was neat.
Talk to us a little bit about the pressure you had on each challenge, because they only, like you said, give you so much time. They're like, okay, go, you got a half hour to do this.
Yeah, no.
What's the pressure like to have that challenge?
I think a lot of people think on these types of shows that it's kind of like a fluffy time zone. It's really not. When they tell you have 5 hours, I mean, there is somebody there that is counting you down the entire time. You have 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 seconds. So, I mean, it's a lot. And when you have a camera here and one to the left and one to the right, and the second you do something wrong, you then have 8 cameras. And, you know, really you're there, they told us a lot, and it's true, that you're there to make a TV show. So the emphasis of having 12 cameras on you is it's there for a reason. So
they can get all aspects.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot of pressure, but then, you know, if you do, like I burnt bacon on the one episode when I was working on the donut burger that I was doing, but as soon as they see smoke, you have to learn how to kind of incorporate not only making a mistake, but having 12 cameras around you. So luckily I was very fortunate and I didn't make too many mistakes on there, so that worked out good.
You kind of start to forget the cameras are on you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And also after how long it's been since this experience, you don't really remember anything you did anyway. So then once the show comes out, you're like, I had totally forgot I had burnt that bacon. So on the show, the smoke started billowing out and I thought, oh, I did burn that. So, but yeah, it's a lot. And you know, you're in there with people who, you're not on that show if you don't know what you're doing. And so it's intimidating to be there with such talented people. So luckily I was able to kind of walk away with this, but.
I know they're wrapping us up. They're telling us it's time to wrap up, but we're going to go over a little over today, because I want to ask you, first of all, This might be a dumb question, but how excited were you when you won this challenge?
Oh, I was thrilled. I mean, this was a tough competition, so to have this to walk away with, I was so excited.
And one more thing, or maybe two more things. What do you plan on doing with the $100,000 that you won?
You know, I own a small business. They're expensive to run, so it's a little financial benefit to kind of back us and kind of help support us going into the future.
And how has winning this competition changed your life?
You know, it's wild. I mean, I was telling my partner the other night, I'm getting messages from people in Indonesia and all over the world that, hey, we watched you, we thought it was incredible. So it's neat to see recognition kind of from all over the world and to kind of get that prop after going through this experience.
I love that. Thank you so much, Nathan.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to try all this stuff. Sorry we can't pass it out to everybody, but
Yes.
we're going to try all this stuff soon as we get off
It's all
camera.
going to be available at the bakery starting Wednesday, so you can come in and try it yourself.
So Wednesday, you can go, tell them the name of your bakery.
It's called Confections Bakery. We're open Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 to 5, Saturdays, 9 to 12. So starting Wednesday, we will start having stuff from the show.
Awesome. It was such a pleasure to
Thanks for
have
having
you
me.
on here, and congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Nathan.